Ah, New Jersey. There's certainly lots of places in the Garden State that are really nice. In fact, most of the Northeast would be jealous if they saw some of the best places New Jersey has to offer. While a few places in Jersey are truly fabulous, there's a large number of places here that outright suck. The worst parts of New Jersey. You know them when you see them. They're the parts of New Jersey where you don't want to go, if you can actually help it. The goal today is to highlight the cities in New Jersey that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad cities have. You know, where people are broke, where crime is sky high. We even measured the public school education levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through New Jersey starts in Guttenberg, a small city right along the Hudson. Half of Guttenberg is a giant dirty apartment building called the Galaxy Towers, and the other half is a bunch of super dense but relatively low-slung row houses wedged between North Bergen and West New York. This is the most densely packed place in the entire nation, and the schools are some of the most overcrowded in the state as a result. On a positive note, if you like TV shows like The Wire or Shameless, Guttenberg would be fabulous. Smack dab in the middle of Camden County near Philly is the crummy borough of Lindenwold. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. In Lindenwold, the schools are in the bottom 5%, crime is in the top 20, and income levels are some of the lowest in the state. In fact, the drug and gang activity here means you'd better watch your back in certain parts of town, or you're gonna have a bad time. Way down in Cumberland County near Delaware is the city of Bridgeton, New Jersey. This place has several major issues and might be the worst place to live in South Jersey. Everything about Bridgeton is well below average. Crime is the 7th worst in Jersey, and the unemployment rate is 10%. Plus, for a decent job, you'd have to schlep all the way to Philadelphia or Wilmington back and forth every day for work. Yuck. What's some good news about Bridgeton? Well, they make more money than the people in Jersey City, so they can brag about that if they want to. Continuing our worst tour of New Jersey, we come to Union City, just across the river from Manhattan. Union City is the second most crowded place in New Jersey, and is certainly not a great place to raise kids. Income levels are low, nearly 1 in 10 people here are out of work, and crime is in the top 10% in the state. But we have to mention that if you're a movie buff, there's a couple of red box rental machines in town, where you can check out all the latest movies. If you took the bus from Union City, just maybe 3 or 4 stops, before you were rubbed against or flipped off, you'd be in West New York. Here, schools are in the bottom 5% when you consider spending levels and overcrowded classrooms. So if you value a solid education, this isn't your place. What about culture? West New York is home to lots of dollar stores, check cashing places, and no-name stores where you can buy cheap Chinese clothing, plastic flowers, and wicker furniture. What's good about West New York? You're close to New York? We built this city, and now it sucks. Welcome to Patterson, the 5th worst place to live in New Jersey. What makes P-Town such a lousy place to live? A lot. And it doesn't look like it's getting any better, since about 12% of people here are out of work. And what about crime? Patterson is the 8th most dangerous place in the state, which saw 24 murders last year. And to make things even suckier, there's only one Wawa within a 30-minute drive of here. Our next worst city in New Jersey is Vineland, located just north of Millville along Route 59. Millville's bad, but Vineland is worse when you look at the data. Vineland's in the bottom 10% of every major category: unemployment rates, income levels, and crime. It sounds like if you don't lock something up at night in Vineland, it'll be gone by morning. On the bright side, seeing as how this part of the state is pretty much Alabama, you could make some extra money on the weekends making meth. Just be sure to make some for your friends in Millville and Atlantic City. They're always ready to buy. Where's the 3rd worst place to live in New Jersey? The people in Trenton might not be too surprised to hear it, but it's you. Trenton's the 4th most violent place in the Garden State. In fact, if you spent a year within Trenton city limits, you'd have about a 1 in 75 chance of being the victim of a crime yourself. And being home to the New Jersey State Prison doesn't make things much better. The whole neighborhood around there is a straight ghetto. It can't be that bad in Trenton. After all, someone's selling these handsome I Love Trenton t-shirts online for $43.99! Holy guacamole! We're down to 2 cities here, and we're pretty sure you can guess which ones they are. Newark and Camden are both really bad places to live when you look at the data. When it comes to Newark, the only good thing about the place is the public school funding levels. There were more than 100 murders in Newark last year. However, we have to mention that Newark is one of the only places to have a tumbleweed sighting in the entire Northeast. And where's the worst place to live in New Jersey? Camden's the poorest and most dangerous place in the state, and they have the most unemployed residents too. In fact, there's a debate as to whether Camden's the worst place to live in America. It's a real shithole, but you knew that already. If you wear the wrong hat in the wrong place in Camden, you're gonna get iced, so you better play it safe if you want to stay out of trouble. When you're in some of the worst New Jersey communities, some parts might be hard to tell apart, but you can tell who's from Camden though. They're the ones with the 40, the pistol, the beat-up car, and a pit bull. Other signs you're from Camden? The local subway's behind glass. They lock up the tide at your Walmart. And there's a DNA testing truck on your block.